Welcome back to Citizen TV. You're watching Daybreak, and my name is Sam Gituko. And we want to take you to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, where we understand that KQ003, the flight from New York to Nairobi, has landed safely. It has made its way ahead of schedule. We had been made to understand that it was to arrive 10:30 as per schedule, but it appears that the estimated time of arrival of 9:16 is quite actually true, because now it's 18 minutes past 9 o'clock. So you can see there KQ003, but this flight, just to indicate that it is different from the flight that went to JFK and arrived yesterday. That was KQ002. This is KQ003, the maiden trip from New York to Nairobi since that inaugural flight of 28th of October 2018. So what we understand is that the flight is carrying tourists and business persons. I believe the capacity of the KQ003 is also 234. And the flight is also carrying several government officials, of course, that had traveled to the U.S., making their way back. But we also know that 7,000 people, according to the Kenya Airways, have already booked to take the flight from New York to Nairobi and Nairobi to New York between now and January. Also 7,000 persons in different categories, between both business class and economy. And the Kenya Airways hopes that this new route for KQ, New York to Nairobi, will be important in boosting their numbers. They're saying that once they are stabilized, then there will be a 10% boost of the numbers that they are able to move in and out of the country and across different destinations. What we know is that the Deputy President, William Ruto, is at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to receive the flight. As I said, KQ003, making its arrival to JKIA. And as we had shown you earlier, the red carpet that had been laid to receive the visitors. And of course, we'll be seeing the Deputy President going to usher in the flight. You will remember that on Sunday, we saw the President waving off the inaugural flight, KQ002, that was that night. But now the return of KQ003 received by the Deputy President. So of course KQ003 left JFK yesterday, and 15 hours later it has made its way. So let's listen in to some music at the JKIA. Right, those are the live pictures of KQ003 returning to the country on the first inaugural, oh no, that's the same thing. The first flight from New York to Nairobi, JFK to JKIA, and I'm told by the business editor of Citizen TV, Joseph Bonyo, that it's the same aircraft that went to New York. And he says that the name of the flight of the aircraft is Magical Kenya. Has been branded Magical Kenya. Just a collaboration to market the country using the Dreamliner that has a capacity of 234, returning to the country at 9:18 in the AM. And as I said earlier, to be received by the Deputy President William Ruto. And just to indicate, someone might be wondering what the likes of Jeff Koinange, Monica Juma, Monica Kirago, and Gregory Juma. Well, a lot of Juma and Kirago, and what flight are they going to use as they return to the country? What we know is that there's a flight that left Nairobi last night at 10:45. It will be returning tomorrow morning, and there's another one that will leave tomorrow in the night. And so there's a flight that will take Monica Juma, Monica Kirago, Gregory Juma, and Jeff Koinange and crew back to the country. The flight that will depart tomorrow on Wednesday night in New York, but different times for Nairobi, and get here on Thursday morning. So this will be a daily flight. So you can see, as I had told you earlier, that the red carpet is well laid to witness this arrival. So I'll give you the moment as a viewer to watch for yourself as the doors of the flight open, as the guests, the visitors get to alight from the flight. But just remind you that once flight comes to standstill, then there is time allocated for cabin crew to prepare the doors for the visitors to alight. So sometimes it takes longer. It's not immediate. It's not like when Joy Mutengi drives her car, she arrives and stops, opens the door and walks out. So this will take a few minutes before the doors are ready to be opened and for the visitors to start alighting. So we'll stay tuned to that particular story in Kenya. Not Kenya, but at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. But we're also following up the story of KCPE, where we understand that Mwati Munene is at Kingongo Prison in Nyeri County. We'll be crossing over shortly to speak to him, to bring us to speed with what is happening. So you can see that the pictures from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport.